What's your name and where are you from?
Well, my name is James Ruvalcaba. I am from Los Angeles, California, specifically Eagle Rock, California. I am the author of this book right here, The Light Through the Pouring Rain. The book is about my fiance and I. We went through trials and tribulations of battle with cancer. She was diagnosed 3 years ago with metastatic cancer, which is stage 4 cancer, which, if you haven't dealt with it, God bless you if you haven't, but if you have, that's the last stage before she basically was going to go on to go back home and be passed away and stuff. But yeah, I wrote the story in order to honor her legacy and to be a testimony to God here. The whole point why I wanted to honor her legacy is because I wanted to show that she walked this earth like you and I have. And she would, do things that we would do, go to the gym, go to amusement parks, go to concerts, live her life to the fullest, just like you and I have. There's so many people who pass away on a daily basis, and we have no idea, honestly, none. And I think that's unfortunate, and it's to each his own. Like, who am I to judge how you grieve, and you deal with loss? But to me, I wanted to show the world that she was here just like you and I are. So I wanted to display that. I wanted to show the world that she was once here, once upon a time, to do her legacy honor. And I wanted to be a testimony of God. And what that means to me is I wanted to display that it takes a certain amount of belief in order to be able to handle that battle, to be equipped for that battle. I wanted to show the world that not because I wrote a book is why I'm the testimony. I'm the testimony because my fiance and I were blessed with 3 extra years of her life. She had originally been diagnosed 3 years ago. She had it undiagnosed for 2 years, and she had it officially diagnosed for 1 year. So that is God's grace in its finest right there, because at any point she could have just passed away. So I wanted to be a testimony to God there.
Okay, and going back to what you said earlier, is that to her legacy and to the testimony to God, is that why you wrote it yourself, or why you think you wrote it?
Definitely, I wanted to be able to display 2 big elements of my life here: my love for my family and my fiance, and I wanted to display the love I have for God. I don't side with any particular religion. I don't at all. Everybody has their own beliefs, and I respect that. But to me, I just believe in God. I've been able to live my life the way and treat people the way I would like to be treated. So I wanted to be able to display that kindness. I wanted to be able to display that grace. I wanted to show that His hands have been on my life. And I wanted to show the love and the dedication that my mom had put in with the effort with my fiance. I wanted to show the effort my brothers had put in. Everybody had made sacrifices. It wasn't just her and I. It was so many people, her family, my family. Even my dogs couldn't even walk up the stairs, right by her. Even they made sacrifices. Everybody had to adapt to the situation. So I wanted to be able to show them my how can I say? I wanted to show them that how thankful I was for them.
Okay. So moving forward, what did you want to, was this what you originally wanted to do, was write books or be an author, or did you, what was your job background?
To be honest with you, I can't say I had a prophecy at 6 or 7 years old and say one day I woke up and I was like, oh, I'm going to be an author. That's the complete opposite of the truth. I actually was in the field of special ed. I worked with special needs kids for about 8 to 9 years or so. I did everything under the sun as you can do in the education system in that particular area. I did that as an ode and a dedication to my sister who had passed away. She had a disability herself. I wanted to be an ode to her because thanks to her is why the building blocks and the foundation of my childhood was I was able to learn patience from her. I was able to understand how it never made fun of the special needs kid. Anybody who had a problem, it never made fun of. I had sympathy. I had real empathy towards them. So I wanted to be able to give back to them, and I wanted to give back to the employees who helped her on a day-to-day basis. Of course, my mom was there. My mom and dad were there in the trenches every single day with her, feeding her insurance because she couldn't chew food, she couldn't talk, she couldn't walk, anything. So my mom was basically her agent. She did everything for her. And I wanted to give back to them. I wanted to give back to my parents. I wanted to give back to the workers who came in and out to help her out, to change her at times, to switch out her IVs, just simple things like that. It struck such a chord with me that I wanted to that once I was able to start growing up and I was able to start having a heart for it, and even myself, I was placed in special ed English and special ed math. So I can't say that I had a gift for writing either. Like I didn't, to be honest with you. But as I started to understand, like the population is not different. They're just way more human than the common person is, to be honest with you. But yeah, I wanted to give back. Literally, I just wanted to give back. So being an author wasn't my first option. A special ed teacher actually was my first option. But as you know, God presents the opportunity. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The stars align. Unfortunately, the coronavirus hit about a year ago, and I would daydream constantly. I would daydream at work. I would daydream behind the desk. Like, what would be the perfect case scenario I would need in order to write a book? What would it be? I would daydream like, it would be cool if I could just stay at home and just get paid for it, and look how everything kind of unfolded. I was in the both fields, in the fitness and special ed. I was one of the first fields to get laid off. So as I was laid off, I was collecting unemployment. As I was collecting unemployment, it kind of was like God's sign, like, you're going to get unemployment. So you're technically getting paid to be home, and you have nothing but free time. So what are you going to do with it? And one thing led to another. I kind of established a routine, and I got to writing.
Okay. Now, work aside, what do you like to do on your free time? Like, do you have any hobbies?
I'm pretty boring guy. Nothing too crazy. I just go to the gym on a daily basis. I kind of revolve my day around that. I go once or twice a day. It kind of just depends how the day unfolds. I'm just kind of like any other guy. I play video games. I play Xbox. I play sports games on there. I like to go on walks as well. Nothing too crazy, but just walks around my neighborhood and stuff, kind of clear my thought process, kind of clear my mind. Relieve some stress. Just kind of enjoy nature and stuff. I would say that's one thing my fiance definitely left with me, was to enjoy nature, to enjoy the environment, to be able to enjoy the sights, the colors. I was not down with that when she first would tell me that. I thought it was so weird and so crazy, but long behold, years later, it really struck a chord with me. Now I'm able to kind of see the colors in the sky. I'm able to enjoy the leaves blowing. I kind of find that pretty enjoyable now. So just the gym, video games, and going on walks, to be honest with you.
Cool. Also, I know you mentioned something where, you straight edge and you didn't really want to drink, or you haven't in the past. Did her passing affect that in any way?
Yeah, I guess I'll give you some background to why I chose that way. My whole life I've been straight edge. I don't smoke or don't drink or anything. I just never really had the urge for it. To each his own. Everybody deals with life their own way. So who am I to judge? I can't judge anybody. I'm not better than anybody because I don't do it. But it just wasn't my cup of tea. I didn't enjoy the process. I don't enjoy what alcohol does to people. I don't enjoy that it could turn the nicest person into the most violent person you could see just off a couple of drinks. It blows my mind. And to get high and stuff like that, to do any sort of drug, is just, I just can't handle something that was going to make me lazy and just not work hard. If something was going to prevent me from doing that, I was blessed with a hard work ethic and a go-getter mentality. And the last thing I wanted to do was to do something that would be able to prevent me from being able to move forward and to go on. But to go on to the straight edge with the whole losing my fiance Annabelle, it was a little bit harder because I had to rely more on to opening up more. I had to rely on conversations. I had to rely on going to the gym more, killing myself in the gym, going 2 to 3 times, literally doing more harm than good. But that's what my high is. Everybody has a high in this life: alcohol, skydiving, drugs, whatever it may be. But my high and what I go for every day was the gym, and that's why I really let go of all my stress. Thank you so much for watching our YouTube video. Thank you so much for spending a time or even one moment of your day to be with us. We appreciate it. Once again, my name is James Ruvalcaba and my cameraman is Josh Joa. You can buy my book, The Light Through the Pouring Rain, on my website, thelightthroughthepointrain.com, on Amazon.com, or on Barnes & Noble. Any social media links will be right below me right here. For future reference here for our Q&As, if you have any questions for myself, my cameraman Josh, or about the book itself, leave your questions in the comments below and we definitely will get to them in a future video. As always, thank you so much for your time.